Hi, my name is Rai, and today I'm going to talk about a question that every woman gets asked, every girl gets asked once she has a baby, and that is, what was your first feeling when you became a mom? I guess it's different from people to people, but a few things could be expected. For example, when you first have the baby, your first emotion is actually relief when you hear the baby cry. You don't feel love or anything like that. I mean, I don't know about others, I'm just talking by myself. But the first thing I felt was a huge sigh of relief that, oh my God, it was a 9 month long journey. I made the journey like you've been on a flight for 9 months, you know? It's like a trip to Mars. You finally arrived. And well, now the second emotion is whether you arrived in Mars or Venus, because in your heart you might be wanting a girl or a boy. If you already had a boy, you might be wanting a girl. If you already had a girl, you might be wanting a boy. You might be having twins. It will differ, but in my case, I've always been a very tomboyish person, not so much into makeup. And I mean, for my profession, I had to put on a lot of makeup, but when I was especially would do TV shows and stage anchoring and appearances on behalf of my radio station. But other than that, I generally I'm in rags all day, and therefore I like a chilled out life. I like to play guitar. I like to hang out, you know, like guys, and therefore manicure pedicure is not my priority of life. So I thought it would be better for me if I had a boy. I would be able to give him better company than probably I would be able to a girl. Um, or maybe it's just that instinct that moms have for boys. I don't really know. But and also people kind of condition you, okay, the baby's moving like this, it would be a boy or something like that. So somehow I thought it might be a boy, but then it turned out that it's a girl. So I took like 2 seconds. My God, I have to change the way I think. I have to really step up my game and think about how to bring up a girl, although I am a girl. uh, and and that was one of the things. And then the other thing that people ask, that when you saw the baby, were you like thrown away, or I don't know, overwhelmed with emotion, like a tide of emotion swept over you? Did that happen? I tell you what, I expected that to happen, that the moment I will see the baby, I will be like, oh my God, I'll start crying or something, because I've seen those in videos where moms start crying and dads start crying. I thought I might just start crying as well. But the exact feeling I felt is very hard to describe. It was like if you showed me my hand and said, what do you feel about your hand? I don't feel anything specific about my hand. It is my hand. That's what I felt about the baby. Like it's me, a bit of me, separately. So I don't know if I'm supposed to have any separate emotions about that. Because I just feel maybe it's detached from me now, but it's just me in another body. I didn't even see it as a different person at that point. And personally, it was a bit of a curious shock for me, because I thought my baby would have the exact skin tone as me, because me and my husband, we have the exact same skin tone. So mentally, every time I pictured the baby, I always thought the baby was the exact skin tone. But then I forgot that it's a miracle of miracles that you think you are making the baby, but you don't realize that there are 3 4 generations of people making that baby for you. And that's the realization I had. So it's like, my mom is fair, my dad is dark skinned, and my uh, father-in-law is a bit dark skinned, but comparatively my mom-in-law is fair. And my grandmom, both my grandmoms were fair skinned. And so, as by fair skin I mean fairer than me, and by Indian standards fair. And so the baby got a skin tone which was the average of all the family members for generations. So my grandmom is dead, but who knows? She has her skin tone. So my grandmom actually had a contribution in the making of her. Isn't that really weird that a person who's no more alive can actually influence a person yet to be born? So that was a little bit of a surprise. And every time I take pictures with my daughter, I don't look like her at all. She looks exactly like her dad. So when they take pictures together, it's like, yes, father and daughter lookalikes. One of my friends joked that they're humshuckles. So what I do to compensate for that is I dress alike as her. So you're like, okay, you can look alike, we will dress alike. And finally, I find the advantage of having a daughter. We can dress alike. So I think it's a very special moment, and it'll always be one of the top moments of your life, right? It is so far for me. Um, Let me know how you feel about this in comments, and you can like the video, share the video if you want. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Bye.